Hey guys, welcome to week 2. A few days late, so I guess it would be 10 days off. Life happens, gets in the way. I have a sick kid and I was working, so I do still practice. I'm Dee. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, and then also welcome back for those of you who joined me for week 1. This is brand new. This is our little journey together on how to improve our health and wellness from the inside without pills and all that other crap that costs money, which nobody really has. How did everyone do with their water on week 1? I'll be honest, I did super well for the first 2 days. And then the third day, I not only fell off the wagon, but then I crashed it, set it on fire, and then walked away with the middle finger up, that kind of thing. I realized that having a big bottle of water in the car or wherever you are did not work for me, the whole sipping as the day goes on. I completely forgot after, as I said, the first 2 days. I left the bottle in the car and I went off and did my thing, and then I never looked back. So what I had to do a couple days after that is to set an alarm on my phone, and it will ping me once an hour during the day, and I will simply stop what I'm doing, chug a glass of water, and then go on with my day. It worked pretty well. There were a few instances where I could not stop wherever I was, but I'd say 80% we were good. And again, it's not a 0 and 100% kind of thing. It's a journey. And however you get there is how you get there. So that was it. I will continue, as I hope you guys will as well. Continue drinking your water. It's very important. And I also will add a little bit of knowledge to that one. And this is, again, stuff that you probably already know, but it's sometimes things that we forget. It's not necessarily a fun thing to talk about, but I want you to keep an eye on the color of your urine. People say, some people say that it has to be clear. No, urine should not be clear. It should be pale yellow. If it is dark yellow, then you're a little dehydrated. If it is brown, you need to go to the doctor, because then you may have blood in it, and then you also may have a kidney infection. If it looks the color of tea, you may have kidney failure. So please make sure you talk to your doctor whenever you're doing any of these things. I am a nurse practitioner, but I don't treat you. So I have to make sure that everyone is talking to their healthcare team, because that's what it is. It's a team. And so moving on, the next week of why we're doing all this stuff, I want to talk to you about fiber. It's super important, and it's something that not a whole lot of people talk about. It is becoming more common for you to hear people talking about it, but a lot of the times when you look at, the newest things on TMZ and Dr. Oz and all that other bullshit, is protein, which we'll get to that at a later show. Fiber is fire. Fiber is the fire that fuels your body. Fiber is fuel. Fiber does so many things for you. And if you are focusing more on increasing your fiber, some of the bad habits and some of the things that are a little less healthy are going to get edged out. Fiber is either soluble or insoluble, and that depends on whether or not it can be dissolved in water. Soluble fiber attaches itself to the cholesterol in your digestive system and moves it out. Great, yeah. Insoluble fiber is not digested at all, and it is the bulk that moves through and helps prevent diverticulitis. It helps prevent constipation. These are the things that they call roughage or bulk, and that helps move things through. And if you're like me, I cannot stand the stuff, the powdery stuff that they want you to mix into your coffee. I'm sorry, I'm a coffee snob. Don't touch my coffee. Or, the orangey stuff that if you don't drink it fast enough, you're going to go to the hospital anyway, because it becomes a mass in your throat and you're going to choke on it. And it's just nasty. And plus, most of those things and like the fiber gummies and stuff like that only have about 4 grams. So what's I would rather eat a baked potato, to be honest. Fiber promotes a healthy gut. Your gut I heard there was a physician that I follow who likened the gastrointestinal system in the human body as the Amazon River to the planet. The Amazon River is almost like the pulse point. It's the canary in the coal mine to how well the planet is doing as a whole. The gastrointestinal system works the same way in your gut. It houses all of our good and bad bacteria. It helps with our the way that we use the food, because if you eat what you consider a healthy diet and your gut is unprepared for it, you're not getting the benefits that you actually think that you're getting. So why do you need fiber? For a healthy gut. And we will talk more in a future video about all the things that's going on in the gut. They call it the gut microbiome. And there's a lot. So I'm going to save that and we're going to digest that. Sorry, that was terrible. In little pieces. Suffice it to know for today, fiber helps with gastrointestinal health, blood sugar control. It helps with insulin resistance. It helps with weight control because you will feel fuller if you have more fiber in your diet. It's not protein that makes you feel full, it's fiber. And it helps with your heart because it actually helps to lower your cholesterol. And there are certain types of fiber that scrub your arteries. They're like the little roto-rooters in your arteries and your veins, which is amazingly important. And we're going to talk about cardiovascular health as well in a little bit more detail. So how do we get more fiber? I watch a lot of the Food Channel, and so one of my favorite personalities on the Food Channel is Carla Hall. She goes, "There's flavor in the brown. There's flavor in the brown. If it's white, make it brown. White bread, make it a brown bread. Whole wheat, whole grain, pumpernickel, rye, all of those things that look funny and we're not really sure what they do. Try it out. If you are a white bread fanatic, like I have one daughter for sure. Dave, I think it's Dave's Killer Bread brand, is a whole grain white alternative. You're going to pay a little more than the cheapo white bread, but it's going to be so much better for your body. And we're trying to fix things long term. Like I said, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Breakfast. How do I add fiber to my breakfast? If you're not a cereal eater, because I'm not, I have to have something savory in the morning. I don't like sweets in the morning. But if you do, oatmeal is a big one. Oatmeal is an artery scrubber. Add some flax, hemp, chia seeds. Make you some pudding with that. And we can go through, drop in the comment if you actually have specific things that you've always wanted to try and we're kind of afraid to. We can talk about that together and we can make a few things that are quick because I don't have a lot of time to cook. One thing that I love is, those low carb tortillas. Do you know how they make them low carb? They add fiber and a little extra protein. When you are looking, and so here's one of my favorite things. Chickpeas. I use these for a lot of different things. They have a lot of fiber. Total carbs, so for this one in particular, the total carbs here is 19 grams. Okay. The dietary fiber is 4. You subtract that from the total because most of this type of fiber is either highly beneficial for the body or it's insoluble and it's not going to be digested anyway. So you do not need to count that as part of your total carbs. If you are counting carbs, then it actually behooves you to eat something that's going to be higher in fiber because you can deduct that from the total carb number to get your net carb. And that's what you actually are counting. So breakfast. Low carb tortilla, some black beans, some, if you're still eating eggs, you can eat some eggs, throw some spinach in it, throw some hot peppers in it, put a crap ton of salsa in it. Most salsas are oil free. It's vegetables. I know, the V word, right? And you got some banging breakfast tacos. Lunch and dinner are easy. Make yourself a sandwich if you're a sandwich person. Using a whole grain bread, add lots of veggies to it because that is going to be a lot of the sources of insoluble fiber and they're going to bulk you up and make you feel fuller anyway. These guys and these guys, black beans, lentils. Easy to make. You can cook the whole thing and then separate them out for different recipes. And here's my bud. You're going to love this though. My wedding bouquet? Not. That was a stupid joke. I hate kale, but it's good for me. So, and it's good for my children. It has the less of that kind of tinny mouthfeel that spinach sometimes gets. I put this in soup. I make a soup that my kid loves, and I actually like it a great deal, and she'll eat the crap out of it. And then I know that I'm giving her fiber and vitamins and minerals. And it's cheap. This guy here was $1 at my local grocery store. It's not that hard to add fiber. So as we're going through this journey, I again want to reiterate that I don't want to take anything away at this point. We've added more water, add more liquid, and now we're adding fiber. Try to add fiber to every meal. Other ones that are high in fiber, raspberries, throw it in your breakfast or throw it in your smoothie if you make those. That's another thing I hate. I can't do smoothies. Pears, apples, eat it with the skin on. Peas and corn, great fiber. All kinds of beans and legumes, amazing fiber. Add some to each meal. You'll find that as you start kind of getting used to that, you're going to feel fuller because your meals are bigger. You're eating more. And your gastrointestinal system will also thank you. And that is what we're doing for this week. So we've added water and we're continuing with that. Now we're going to add fiber. I'm not going to tell you to shoot for an actual number. I don't like that. Just add a little bit to each meal. Easy, right? Okay, let's try that. And then we'll meet you back, hopefully in a week this time. And we will start with the next thing. Stay green, guys.